What's good? What's good? What's good? I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves and all of that good stuff and whatever and what's nice. This is SweetQueenT. I am going to get you guys your downloads for today. But first, I'm going to welcome Spirit in, all right? Holy Spirit, of pure divine white light of the Most High God, I call you into this message. I ask that you grant me the ability to deliver clear and concise messages to the listener as you see fit. We thank you for all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you will continue to be. Amen. Okay, y'all. What it do? Hey, what it do? Don't pay me no mind, y'all. I'm like, yeah. Anywho, just take the energy, baby, and enjoy it, okay? Because your girl feeling good for some reason right now. And hey, I'm here for that. So someone could drive an Equinox, a Rogue, a Nissan Rogue. Yeah, that's what those are. Or what's the other thing? A Trax, or some type of Ford, like a Ford Escape. It could be some type of SUV vehicle. All right, also a Mazda, okay? I'm also getting something about, like, some of you guys could be, what you call it? Trying to figure out what you're gonna get your, like, children, or like your, teens for, what's that, the holiday that's coming up, okay? Some of y'all ain't getting nothing because they've been clowning all year, or just due to, honey, how the economy is looking right now. You just like, look, that ain't the focus, okay? But for someone very specific, you could be trying to figure out something to get them that, you know, like maybe they're a kid that they are a good kid, and you generally get them things regularly throughout the year, so it's not like, you know, you make Christmas this big deal, but you want to get them something that they don't have, right? There's also something about that as well. You could be wanting to give someone something, but this is something that they have everything, or you assume that they have everything, okay? So you don't really know what to give them, right? So you could be trying to figure that out, all right? I'm also hearing something about Tiffany & Co., okay, for whoever you are that resonates with what I just said. Just so that, like, example, like I said, this could be someone who, you know, they have their own bag. You know, they can go buy their own jewelry, they can go buy their own purses, own cars, own all that stuff. But you're just trying to find something cute and clever to get this person. But there's something about Tiffany & Co. and like some type of customized jewelry set, okay? So I don't know if they have it where you can, because I know, like, you can do the, what's it called? I want to say embroidery, but I know that's not what it's called. Oh my God, why can't I think of what it's called when they put the inscription, you know? I don't know, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When they put, like, say it's like you put initials or name or something inside a ring or whatever. Engraving? Is that it? I think that's it. Anywho, but the number 77 and 22 could be significant as well. Someone else could drive a Ford Edge, all right? But yeah, it's like, I don't know, you could be wanting to just get somebody like some custom jewelry, but do something fancy or special or unique with it, so that it's not like anybody else's jewelry, right? Okay. Also Pandora bracelets. So I don't know, like, I'm not familiar with a lot about Pandora. I know they have all the different charms, but I don't know, because this is what's coming to me. Like, someone could want to customize their own like pendant for somebody's Pandora bracelet. So I don't know if that's like a thing or not, or maybe that's something that, like, the marketing team is working on right now. If that's not already a thing, like, they're in the boardrooms trying to come up with strategies and, you know, just new ways to improve the company. Maybe you work for them and here's your idea from Spirit. I don't know. But yeah, something about just allowing people to, like, go on the website and create their own pendant of whatever sort, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if that's something that they already have, this could be something that you're going to do, you know. So prime example, say, like, your person loves, I don't know, sunflowers, but their favorite color is blue. Well, obviously, most often when you purchase sunflower somewhere, they're going to be yellow, right? But say you want to create a sunflower for them, but you want it to be blue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's something like that. But anyway, someone could be in the construction field as well, or you could be like doing some type of project at this time. But yeah, no, let me finish that, because Lord, I didn't close out the message about someone when it comes to your child. There could be something about a motorized like scooter or a motorized bike. Okay, so example, or electric bike, is that what they call? I don't know. Anyway, you could be purchasing something like that for your child, or hell, for even yourself, right? Someone's initials could be W or C or CW, okay, or WS or SW, all right? Yeah, there could just be something significant about those letters. There could be, someone's first and last name. Could be the first and last name of like your business or whatever. Okay. There's something also significant about neon colors, neon lights. I'm also getting, for those of you who like, you're taking your little people out to walk the neighborhood or whatever, to goodness, what was I gonna say? Oh, to put those little lights on their wrist, and they have like the little necklaces and bracelets and stuff like that. So getting some of them for them, so that you can see the people. And once it starts to get dark, 1422 could also be significant for someone as well. All right. Also, I am getting those costumes that people created maybe a year or two ago, where they attached those neon lights to like a black shirt, like a black hoodie, and like black tights or whatever, and they cut the lights out and they like dance with them. I don't know, y'all know what I'm talking about. And it basically just looked like a skeleton or something like that. I don't know, maybe one of you guys are dressing up like that this year, or there's just something significant about that. Okay. Someone could be building a brick home as well, or there could just be something significant about bricks. I'm also getting like a brick fireplace. Okay, I'm also getting something about a brick oh yeah, it is that time of year. A brick, oh gosh, why can't I think of what it's called, y'all? Not fireplace, whatever, a bonfire. So you could be someone who, like in your backyard, you could have created like a nice little setup for you to have a bonfire, okay? Or you could be going to a bonfire for the fall. I'm definitely getting lots of fall vibes. Bonfire, hot cocoa, apple cider, all that stuff, pumpkins, and yeah, pumpkin pies, all that. I'm getting a lot of fall vibes. Okay, so some of you guys could just be having like a little fall party. Maybe you're not someone who really celebrates like Halloween, but that's like what your theme of the day is. Okay, for October 31st, you're just doing like this whole fall vibe idea where everybody just dresses. Maybe some are gonna dress in costumes, but others are probably just gonna dress in really cute fall attire, turtlenecks and sweaters and all that, and gloves, mittens, whatever, and y'all gonna sit out and have a bonfire and cider and all that stuff. I don't know. Someone could drive a Subaru or a Toyota or a Honda as well. Okay. Also could be something significant about a witch. Okay. Someone could dress as a witch. Someone could refer to you as a witch. You could refer to yourself as a witch. Okay. It is what it is. There's also something about palm trees. So someone could be in Florida. Okay. Or it's funny how my brain works. But anywho, so yeah, there could be something significant about Florida, but me being who I am, I actually enjoy, there's a rapper, for those of you who don't know him, named Yo Gotti, okay, but he's actually more than a rapper at this point in his life. He's like a whole executive producer and like plenty of other things, okay, because he's got like a sports team, and he helps in the legal field with people's cases and helps people get, justice and things like that. So I personally think he's a dope dude, but what made me think of him is he has like a song on his, what is that, CM10 mixtape, or EP, whatever it is you call it. I think it's called Palm Trees in LA, or Palm Trees in Calabasas, or I don't know. Anyway, it's something about the fact that like he, I guess, literally built his home or whatever, or on the land of his home, he had them like literally put palm trees on his property or something like that, and it's just not a common area for there to be palm trees. There also could just be something significant about that, like something significant about a certain plant or a tree or whatever, and like you're noticing that like normally it really wouldn't grow in the area that it is. It's also could also be like a figurative thing where like you could be a person of certain circumstances, of a certain background, of a certain whatever, and you are something that is growing and thriving or becoming within a certain dynamic where generally others wouldn't. They would die off, or they wouldn't be successful. They wouldn't thrive in that environment. Okay, so that definitely could apply to someone as well. But yeah, it's like you're something that's going to beat all odds, or you're something that just defies, like, I'm getting defies gravity too, so that's something else. But yeah, anywho, but yeah, there's something about that. Okay, there's also something about dinosaurs. Some of you guys could be going to like a museum. You could be into what is that? Is that geology? No, fossil. Lord, baby, when your brain just be doing stuff. But you could be into fossils. Okay, you could also just be into like minerals and rocks and things like that. So you could be big on your raw gems and raw rocks and things like crystals. Jesus, I'm saying rocks, but I mean that is still rocks. But I'm just, yeah, you could be into, so like say you are a person who you started off purchasing different crystals, right? But they were, I forget what the term is that they call them when they're not the authentic raw rock. I'm drawing a blank on that in a moment. If you know, drop it down below, because I'm drawing a whole blank on it in this moment. But you could be someone who, it's like now you're into like really wanting an authentic, real, raw crystal. You feel like they're more powerful, or you just want to see the difference in, is it mineralized? I don't know. Anyway, and you actually having a raw rock. So you could be going and buying raw amethyst, raw pyrite, raw, whatever. Okay. There's also something about phases of life. And it's something about every phase of your life, all the phases of your life. Maybe you're sitting back and you're kind of piecing things together, and you're seeing how things come together for yourself, or you're just taking a moment to like self-reflect and really appreciate all the phases of your life. You're seeing how they really have brought you to who you are today, and how you're able to do certain tasks and certain things, and yeah, something like that, with all the different phases of your life. All right. Now this could also tie into what I spoke to about like just the whole you exceeding beyond expectations within a certain environment. So that could do to all the different phases of your life as well. Okay. Some of you guys are going to be going and visiting like a new restaurant or something, so that you can check out some sports and have some good meals and drinks as well, possibly this weekend or soon to come. Okay, so enjoy that. That could be fun. Okay, turn up. Don't get too crazy. Make sure you do things in moderation, right? We kind of just talked about that in the last message, right? For some of y'all. And you know who you are if it's for you. Okay. There also could be something about, something about obviously not allowing everyone certain access to you, certain access to certain knowledge you have, certain, like something about like certain opinions you have about things. Like some people could be trying to get your perspective on things, but it's something about these people that are trying to get these perspectives from you, like they don't really even agree with your perspectives or how you see certain things. So it's just like you really kind of don't have to share your certain perspectives. Like you can give them something very baseline, you know what I mean? Because whoever these individuals are, it's like regardless of if you try to break it down, explain it to them, give them your, well, this is how I see this, and it's something about like they don't see it that way. So really, this is someone who could possibly want to argue you down about your perspective, or just really be very just coming at you about, well, no, that's not, I don't think like that, I don't believe like that, that's not how I am, that's, it's like, it's kind of giving like argumentative about the fact that y'all have a difference of opinion, which that's okay. Doesn't mean that someone's wrong. It doesn't mean that someone's stupid or ignorant or what. It just means that you guys have a different way of seeing the world, seeing certain circumstances, and that is still okay. We have to come into this space of just letting people have their opinions and perspectives, and not letting that make us go into this spiral of emotions because we don't feel that way or we don't believe that certain thing, because it's like everybody comes into their own knowingness and own thought processes based off of their phases of life, their experiences in life. And so that, like I say, it doesn't necessarily make them wrong. And the main key point that I just want to speak to y'all is, if you don't have certain agreeances with people, you don't have to be around those people. You feel me? Or you don't have to share these types of conversations with people. And I say that in a sense of, like, if we're just speaking about, politics, or if we're speaking about religion, or if we're speaking about how to raise certain kids or whatever, it's like, your why is not the next person's why, right? Your way is not the next person's way. It doesn't mean that their way is wrong. It doesn't mean that their why is wrong. It just means that it's not yours, and you don't have to receive it to be yours. Okay? So if someone gives you an energy of trying to like force you to believe their beliefs, or force you to just basically a lot of projection, just call it out for what it is. Or you don't even have to speak to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really do feel like whoever this is, they're very like, they have a dominant type energy. And maybe they're used to people going along with the flow, or just, being in that energy of, well, this is what it is, so that's what it's going to be for me, and so because that's what it is for me, it's going to be that, it needs to be that way for you too. No, it's like, whoever you are, maybe you're just something about standing your ground in a sense, just making sure that you calling your power back to yourself, you're keeping within your own power, and knowing your own power, knowing that you don't have to take on someone else's personal beliefs and religions and all of those things. And possibly some of y'all may speak to it and say, listen, my why is not your why. The way I see the world is not the way you see the world, and that's okay. And letting them know that, right? Now, for some of y'all, this could spiral into more. It could make someone upset. They could not like you going forward. It is what it is, right? Sometimes we just have to let things be what it is. Sometimes we have to have those tower moments and let the tower moments tower because they're supposed to, right? Because sometimes certain things just need to be said, and sometimes certain falling outs just need to be had, right? But there's something definitely about standing your ground or speaking up and saying what needs to be said, so that people just know where you're coming from, and whether they like it or don't like it, you've expressed yourself in the way that you needed to express yourself, and let it be what it is. Okay, now someone could also be wanting to have like a tit for tat with you, a back and forth with you, but I feel like you're not even going to feed into that energy. You're just going to say what you need to say and go on about your way, or hang up the phone, or block people, or delete people, or whatever you're doing, because whatever way this is, an actual physical conversation in person, online, whatever. Okay. And this does kind of give me energy of which, so I'm about to end this too, because I don't know who this is, but baby, they there's another message I recorded as well prior to this that spoke to a little bit of something about someone wanting to kind of just have this argument or this back and forth with you, or this, but it's funny because it's like they don't really want to back and forth with you, but at the same time they want to like just almost like tell you off, or like their goal is to make you upset. That's like their main goal. Because it's like I said, because even if we're talking about the scenario, say you piss this person off because you don't believe their beliefs. Well, then it's like, oh wait, what? You don't believe what I believe? Oh, wait a minute, no. See, so you're wrong, and you shouldn't even be thinking like that. And well, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's something wrong with you if you don't think da 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 da. And it's like, what? So why are you mad that I don't think like you? Okay, like I'm not you. Why would I think like you? I'm not you. I haven't I haven't walked in your shoes. You haven't walked in my shoes. Like, just make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like whoever you are, you really moving more so from a space of grace for this person, because you acknowledge, like, what playing field they're on. You know what I'm saying? You acknowledge the levels, right, of ascension and things like that, right? You acknowledge that, like, I don't really like to use terminology like this, and I'm one, because I wasn't about to say this, but I am being kind of directed to say this. Something about like being better than someone, but it's not that. It's like it's like it's above you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that, like, you can't change this person's way of seeing things, and that's not your goal. But it's the opposite energy for this person, right? So it's like, you know, like, I can't change the way you see the world. I can't change the way you see this certain situation, and I don't intend to try to do that, you know? But this person's the opposite. It's like, no, I intend to try to get you to change the way you see what your beliefs are, or, you know what I'm saying? So it's just something about, like, you and someone have opposing energies, but it's still okay. You get what I'm saying? You could also have to occupy the same space with someone that has this type of energy. So this could be like a roommate, or like a coworker or whatever, right? But this also just speaks to, like I said, there's just certain conversations that possibly maybe you just don't need to engage with whomever these individuals are, right? So if you kind of just foresee certain conversations happening, maybe you say a little bit or whatever, and then you kind of get a feel for the energy, like, oh, okay, y'all not on that. Oh, okay. And then just shutting up and just moving forward and moving on. You know what I'm saying? Or even just like I say, if you know you hear this conversation going on and you know you don't agree with it, whatever they're talking about, just don't even speak to anything, you know, and say, even if it gets around to you and people are like, oh, well, hey, what do you think? It's like, you know, I just have my own personal thoughts, and I really, honestly, respectfully don't care to share them, you know. And they can take that offensively, right? More than likely, right? Because it's like, wait, what you mean you don't want to share? For one, it's like, you're not entitled to have to share your personal thoughts of what you think about certain things, especially if you know people gonna be ready to give you backlash or want to be argumentative about the way you see things, you know. So I don't know, there's just something about that. But yeah, I'm gonna end this message because, baby, I'm just over that energy already. Because like I say, I know y'all people, like, I started off the message super like boop boop bop, right? and still gonna transmute that energy and get right back to me, okay? Because so that could be something as well. You could be needing to transmute energy, be the alchemist that you are, and whatever energies, because some of y'all could be feeling some type of way right now, and that's not even your energy. So get up out that, do whatever you got to do, go touch a tree, cut on some music, dance a little bit. Oh, I'm going to share this with you too. But do whatever you got to do to alchemize the energy and make sure that you get back in your own energy, okay? And yes, there's also something about a food truck as well, okay? So some of you guys could own a food truck. You could be starting a food truck. You could be just trying to find different, you know, meals and stop eating the same thing. So, hey, there could be a nearby food truck, or you need to look up food trucks, or you need to hop on one of your social media sites and say, hey, those of you who are in such and such area, are there any really good food trucks around here? You know, whatever. Reach out to your people, okay? But no, so back to my little thing I want to say before I end this. Oh my gosh, what is the name of that show? Rose, I don't know, y'all. Anyway, there's a little cartoon that I was watching, and it's super cute, super cute. I want to say, like, the cartoon's supposed to be like a Hispanic young lady or something like that. But anyway, when the little girl gets frustrated or flustered, or she's overwhelmed or overstimulated, or she has problems like processing her thoughts, which is super cute. So maybe this is helpful for someone, because honestly, I ain't gonna hold y'all, this is like energy that I already moved in, but just the way that, like, she put this cute little saying together, I adore it. I think it's so cute. So maybe it'll help somebody, okay? So when she gets frustrated or whatever feeling she's feeling, she goes and says, she's like, I need to flop. Which is basically like, I need to go have a moment and feel sorry for myself, or I need to go process my thoughts, and I need to lay down and just, you know. So it's like, she literally goes wherever, goes in the grass, or most times it is, now that I think about it, I think she goes and just like lays out in the grass. So that could be significant as well, okay? She's getting grounding. She grounds herself. She also grounds herself by first taking a deep breath in and releasing the breath, right? So she says, oh, I need to flop. Breathe in, breathe out, wiggle it all out, or something like that. Now I can figure it out. I don't know. It's super cute though, y'all. Super, super cute. And it's super helpful, right? Because that's really what we need to do when we're feeling overstimulated, frustrated, irritated, whatever. It's like, look, just take a moment. Just, you know, get your mind space out of that space, right? Breathe in, take a deep breath, right? Release it. Help yourself ground. Help yourself get that good oxygen to your brain, right? And move your body. Okay, so it says wiggle it out, move your body so you can loosen up whatever tension or friction or whatever, you know, that's trying to come over you or whatever. And then you can get back to your natural state of being, or get back to really trying to process your thoughts in the way that you need to, or something like that. But yeah, so anyhow, I hope that was helpful for you guys. All right, I love y'all, and yeah, do all that fun clicky stuff, you know, tap the like button, hit subscribe if you have not already. Go check out some of the other videos on the channel. Definitely leave me a comment down below, okay? Let me know how any of this resonates with you, or if anything that I stated was helpful for you. More specifically, listen, y'all can write that down below in the comments, right? Breathe in, breathe out, wiggle it out. Now I can figure it out. Okay, so hopefully that was something helpful for you guys. All right, I love you. See ya.